Good morning. Welcome back to Newswatch 12 this morning. Right now, we're going to take a look at some of those current temps that we're seeing. A fairly cool morning as you head out the door today. Medford 64, Klamath Falls 49 right now, and Lakeview 44. Northern California is already heating up just a bit, but let's take a look at what those conditions will look like with Stormwatch 12 meteorologist Sarah Kress.
Now, Stormwatch 12 weather with meteorologist Sarah Kress.
Yesterday in Medford, we broke a record, 105 degrees. The last time we had a record was back in 1975, and that was 103. Today, we're expecting some more hot temperatures into Medford, likely adding another triple-digit day to our tally, tying 2021 for triple-digit days of 23. Now, because of that, we do have a heat advisory issued in the west side valleys. Now, it started yesterday at 12 p.m., but it will be continuing through 10 p.m. today. So making sure if you are heading outside, it is going to be very hot. You're aware of heat-related illness, and there's a lot of football games going on today, and we'll still be expecting some pretty warm temperatures heading into the evening hours. Now, besides the heat, we have seen some pretty dry conditions the past few weeks. Now, last week's drought update, we were into some pretty severe drought conditions into Jackson County, but this week is looking a little bit more promising. We had some precipitation last weekend make its way through. It's looking a little bit better, but it's still very dry outside. In the past few days, we have been dominated by this high pressure sitting over us. Today, that will continue to break up a little bit, and we'll begin to see the potential for thunderstorms as we head into the afternoon hours. But your high temperatures will be very warm over to the west side, 101 for your high in Medford, over into Yreka, 98 for your high. On the east side of the valleys, Klamath Falls, your high of 92, still well above average for this time of year, and over into Lakeview, 94 for your high. Now, because of the potential for those thunderstorms we are going to see likely later today, we do have a red flag warning issued from 1 p.m. today until 9 p.m. Now, with these storms making their way through, we already have those dry and hot conditions. These storms have the potential to create lightning and some very gusty winds, about 50 miles per hour. And earlier this week, we did see that when we have those gusty wind conditions, wildfires can spread very quickly. So just making sure we are aware of our fire weather. Now, into the Klamath Basin, and Friday night football is starting tonight. It is going to be rather warm by the time we start off at kickoff, 85 degrees, and we still have the potential for some thunderstorms. Even heading later into the hours, we will see partly cloudy skies, and by the time we're at halftime, still pretty warm, about 76 degrees. But let's go ahead and take a look at the next few days into the Rogue Valley. We're seeing some pretty hot temperatures, 101 degrees today, but as we're heading into tomorrow, it's still going to be rather warm. But next week, take a look at Tuesday, back into the 80s, and by the time we get to Wednesday and Thursday, we're back into the 70s, feeling very fall-like, and that system is going to bring the potential for some rain next week. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 7 days along the coast. It is going to be into the 60s, rather cool the next few days, and over into Northern California. Today, a slight chance for showers and thunderstorms, and into the lower 90s the rest of this weekend. And over into the Klamath Basin, back into the 80s on Saturday, and we'll be slowly declining by the time we hit to Tuesday and Wednesday into the 70s. Now, over into the mountains, we'll be tracking some clouds making their way through this weekend. And heading into Monday, we'll be making it back into the 80s and 70s by Tuesday. And over into the Rogue Valley, we will be seeing very warm temperatures. 98 on Saturday is still feeling pretty hot, but don't worry, by Tuesday we'll be back into the 80s for more seasonal temperatures this time of year.